Hi, this is Gil Robles. You're going to try something a little bit different. Over to the corner over there on this Sketchbook Pro canvas is a picture of myself. If you ever wonder what I look like, wonder no more. This was a photo I took probably either for a reference for an illustration or maybe just to have fun with on a project like this where I just draw myself. What I'm doing right now, what I'm going to do is do a self-portrait as a pirate, just to have fun with this. What I'm doing right now is I'm not worried about the pirate part. I'm trying to understand the construction of the head here. I'm just worried about mapping out the placement of the features and the dark and the light patterns. I'm not really trying to come to a finish. I'm trying to work up gradually to understand how this head works as a unit and not just as a bunch of separate parts, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, so forth. I'm just trying to view the head as a whole thing, as if it were an apple. That was an analogy that the painter John Singer Sargent made when he painted heads. He talked about it being the same as painting an apple. Now, the head has a little bit more bumps and features, but it's generally the same thing. He looked for a middle tone or middle value, a dark and light, and just kept it really simple that way. So I'm trying to keep it simple as well, not getting too involved. Maybe I got a little too involved here because all I'm trying to do with this is just build up on top of the construction of this head. So like I said, I'm not trying to get an exact duplication of that photograph. I'm not really trying to do that, but I am just trying to have fun, just trying to look at me in a different way um, in this self-portrait. So if you notice, I'm going all over this drawing because when you change one thing, it changes something else in the drawing, and I'm trying to bring it all up at once. So nothing unusual to what I've done before. I'm doing the same things as far as the way I work on these things is using one layer, building up that layer, and then um, bringing that layer down and merging the layer with the layer underneath. Changing the opacity on the layer depends, like on this one I'm drawing on top of the layer underneath, so the layer underneath, the opacity is down a lot more. And right now all I'm thinking about doing is, once I have that drawing down and I know where everything is at, where the eyes and the nose and all this is at, and where the light patterns are at, now I can start looking into this and exaggerating. I exaggerate the different features in order to bring out this character that I want. Like, I exaggerate the cheekbones, the nose is a little broader, the eyebrows, of course, they're a little different, and of course I don't have that flowing beard, so I'm just exaggerating things and also not being an exact, downplaying things. I'm just using the photograph as a reference. I'm not trying to copy the photograph. It is just reference material that I use, and I use information from that to build up my image here. So I'm exaggerating and also therefore not being afraid to use my imagination and filling things in, as well as making up stuff. But if I need to, I can get reference for different things. Like, I think for the most part, the hat is okay. I'm not really getting into detail about the hat. It's just a shape, and say so is with his coat, and those are just shapes that frame the head. Maybe what I might have done is, well, I've gotten this whole thing purely on imagination, besides the reference I use for my face, is maybe got more reference for the beard. But for the purposes of this illustration, for the purpose of the demonstration, This I guess was pretty much all I needed to do, just to give you an idea of how to use a reference photograph. Now you can take the reference photograph and you can copy it exact, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes I would do something similar, maybe not exact, but use it for a more exacting self-portrait, or else I would use a mirror. But for this and for illustrations, sometimes there's no reference material available. You just need to make up stuff. And you know what? Have fun with self-portraits. Self-portraits can be a lot of fun. When you don't have a model, you have a mirror, and you can always prop up a mirror and do a self-portrait, and you can practice techniques, practice practice either with traditional stuff or digital stuff, and also push yourself, to exaggerate, push yourself. Don't be afraid to make a bad painting or a bad drawing. Rembrandt did a lot of self-portraits. Of course, he also did a lot of self-portraits that were etchings that were a practice for him to do a lot of different facial expressions that he included in his paintings, also showing his patrons all these different facial expressions. Well, that's the finished painting. I hope you got something out of it. This was a lot of fun to do, a little bit different. There's also another self-portrait I did of myself as a cowboy. I took the beard off and everything, and it was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Any comments you can leave below, as well as, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also support this channel by clicking this blue support button on the right. Anything you can give will be appreciated. Also, please join me on my blog at artinthebusyworld.blogspot.com, where I share more artwork as well as some words, and so hopefully some inspiration, as well as whatever knowledge I can impart. And also, if you have any comments there, please leave them. Thank you very much.